Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Educatedcollins channel. How you doing? I'm here with my good friend SaphirexX, and we've got Quilboars and Nagas to talk about for the season 10 reveal. Let's go straight into Quilboars. How you doing, Saph? By the way,
doing great. I am ready to see what they do with Quilboars. I'm ready to see if Quilboars will still be king for the third season in a row, or if it's going to be something else.
Yeah, and Duo's Quilboars has just been like the strongest single minion type to commit to. It's just like blood gem scaling is just very consistent, very strong. But we'll see if they've changed that up here. So
Get into it.
we have the leaving card. So Hog Rider's out, Chaga's out. These aren't the only changes, the ones leaving. So a lot of things are leaving. So Hog Rider, Chaga, that's pretty interesting. They also have Gym Rat's out, Gem Day's out, and the others aren't that. Okay, Tough Tusk being out matters, I think, actually. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, but I think that matters as well. So
I would say the only one that I'm
sad about
as a Quilboar player would be Hog Rider. I don't really care that much about Charlie. Gym Rat is good, but there are other ways to play it besides Gym Rat.
Yeah.
But it looks like Mobster's staying, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think duo cards are not really being touched at all. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't think any duo like card has been removed in this since release. Like I think they've just added duo cards and now changed a single or removed one. You know, Bone Render being like the biggest number. Now we have some change returning ones, so these are pretty interesting.
So Piper's coming back.
Piper's back, yeah.
Three Little Quilboars is back. Bristlebach is back. I see why you said the Bristleboar being out is.
That wasn't the reason, actually. But
oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know. that wasn't the reason, but yeah, that's fair. I'll talk it when it comes up. But yeah, Bunker's pretty good too.
Is there so Dark Gaze Elder's coming back? Is there a Money Pirate Quilboar comp I'm seeing kicking off here?
You can do that if you want to. Yeah, I can see it. I can see that combo. Yeah. All right, let's go to some of the new stuff. We do have.
What the heck am I looking at?
Gullet Soldier. So 1/1 taunt. Is this a real card?
This has to be a token, right?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. This is a token, right? Like a token.
There's no way this is a minion you just buy in the shop.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess this is a token from a different card because it's too weak in my opinion.
Yeah, this can't be a minion you spend 3 gold on.
All right, so start a combat, play a blood gem on adjacent minions.
Yeah. It's a 3/4, so like I could still see buying it early on.
Yeah.
Just because it is a good stat line for tier 2. But
yeah, but it's not permanent. It's the issue. So
yeah. I don't know that this necessarily has a whole lot of late game implication, but it's a good tempo card because you're essentially, if you have 2 other minions, you're essentially putting a 5/6 on your board for a 2-drop minion. So
I gotta say, I knew it. I knew it. There's no shot that's a real card. Okay. Yeah, so that's what you're summoning. And you play a blood gem on it. That makes a lot more sense.
Actually, really strong, right?
Yeah, that's really strong. I agree with that. This is actually
a 2-cost 2/2 that summons 2 2/2s minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
Like this is a 6/6 on Tavern 2 minimum.
Yeah, and like, it scales. What? I know this is very strong. Yeah.
This is wow. Okay. Sure. That's a good card.
It is a good card, yeah. Next up, we have Corrupted Bristler. Death Rattle summon a golem with stats equal to this minion's blood gem. So it kind of reminds you of the Trinket.
Yeah, the greater
right?
Trinket.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I would say this one probably not great early, but definitely has potential in the late game for sure. Good anti-scam too.
I don't know. Like how likely are you getting like 50-50 blood gems, right? Like I think maybe it doesn't actually.
You don't need 50-50 blood gems. You run this with like 3 Little Quilboar. You run it with the 6-drop.
Right.
Blood gems on for every 6 gold you spend. Like this gets passive blood gems. I don't know that you're necessarily spamming it with blood gems yourself.
You're right. Oh, to be fair, I thought you would summon a minion equal to this minion, like to the blood gems in the game, right? But this just gets your blood gems, so it's actually way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think it's great early. I think it has good mid to late game potential though.
I think this is just strong. You just get an extra. You get to double your minion, right? It's like summon. It's like Blanchy summon minion with Reborn. It's basically the same. You get your blood gems.
Yeah, it's similar.
Here it is. The way to scale health. That's way harder though. Avenge and Quilboar, that's so tough. I don't know.
I mean, you do have the 2-drop now that summons 2 taunts, right?
Right. I guess that's your line.
Yeah, I mean, we also saw the 3-drop, right? That thing summons another card whenever it dies. So, there's maybe some potential. Maybe you also run like I don't know, Bonehead or something.
It also swaps. This is horrible in duos.
It swaps your attack.
Yeah. So like you're fighting someone and it's attack, then you swap, and then it's health, and you don't get to fight. Then you swap back to attack, and then you get to fight. There's also health, and you don't get to fight, and you're just like, what the hell? I can't play this. So that's
I actually, I'll be honest. I think this will be pretty okay if I'm done. If I'm being like completely honest, though, because like this is a consistent way. Like you only need one of them, right? And you can actually consistently scale. Whereas before, it's been like you need, a bunch of the sun bacons, or you need the jazzers, or you need like
a gem rat.
You have to pass the foodie a bunch, or you need gem rat gives you
Pokey's still in the game, right?
Yeah,
I think I'm just taking that.
Pokey was removed.
Give me that, and I'll just.
I mean, this has more upside than Pokey, though, right? Like,
I don't think so. I'm a Pokey believer. I think you have to not be too strong, first of all, right? And that's always a problem for us. And then you have to fight in the right sequence where you want the health, and that attack is going to be much easier to get. So I'm not sold, but obviously I'll try it and then I'll see how it feels, and then obviously maybe there's more events that make sense. So I'm not like giving up on it, but
I think it could be okay.
Okay. Next up, we have Needling Crone. Your blood gems gives twice their stats during combat. What do you synergize with this? Except for the Bristlebuck.
Coboard, obviously.
And Bristlebuck.
It's probably those 2 cards, unless there's another 6-drop that's smoothed. I mean, there will be another 6-drop.
And I guess those are already broken, right? Like you play this with Titus with 3 little Quilboars, and you're just like, yeah, okay.
And it is a Quilboar itself, so we'll get the buffs with 3 little Quilboar.
Yeah. All right, I can see it. And the blood. No, it's no 6.
Oh right, because they're putting Bristlebuck back.
Yeah, and the other one that scales from spending gold.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess they did pretty much nerf Mobster then, right? Because the actual scaling, there's not a whole lot of.
The only extra scaling is this one. That's the only one, right?
Yeah, they brought Piper back, so you got more attack scaling.
Yeah, but they took out Gem Rat, which is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really have a lot of health scaling.
Okay, so it's weaker. We'll see if it's enough.
Yeah, it's definitely weaker.
Yeah. I never liked the Coboard Trinkets.
Yeah, these were all pretty bad. I could see Quillography set, like if you're going.
Once again, it has the same exact problem as.
It does. But like I could see if you're running like an Avenge setup, like taking Quillography set. Like say you already have the 4-drop, right? Whenever you get this on turn 6.
So whenever you want to play Quilboars, you're actually playing Undead. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
And then you transition into it later.
We have Tusk.
Whoa.
Huh.
Whoa.
Well, that's broken, no?
So you can just give your entire
board shield, yeah. That seems really strong. Feels like a greater Trinket to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really strong.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that makes like if you have this Trinket, that makes doing the 3 little Quilboars stuff a lot stronger, right?
Well, it has to be from your hand.
Yeah, no, I know, but like you divine shield the things that aren't 3 little Quilboars and Titus.
Well, you can shield the Titus too.
You can, yeah, but I'm saying like if you because like I didn't see a lot of ways to generate gems.
Yeah, there will be ways. There's always ways. Sunbake and
They didn't
Relax
remove,
are still in.
yeah, they didn't remove Foodie.
Yeah. Oh, Foodie's still in. You're right. Okay, that's true.
So you can still pass Foodie as a way to buff gems too.
After you cast 5 spells, I guess Blood Gems are spells.
Yeah.
Seems like expensive. I mean,
Yeah,
not expensive. Like
yeah.
seems like a lot of effort. I guess is that's more accurate.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that.
First menu you sell each turn plays its Blood Gems. Ew. So you can clone your gems.
Basically, yeah.
You to really do this well, you have to lock a minion in your shop, right? And then you can like this seems broken, right? Because if you just keep the same shop, you buy a minion, right, and then it'll hit the thing. Then you buy another minion, it'll hit the same thing. Then you can buy that minion, sell that, and then you've copied your minions. So once you get like your minions up to like 200, you can like copy it to like 400, 600, and you'd also have the like the secondary one. This seems I don't know. This seems kind of nutty, especially for a lesser trinket. What?
It's a super weird playstyle, though, right? Because you have to
Yeah.
sell your highest blood gem minion. You buy the
Only once though. Only once.
Well, no. So you buy the one that is the lower of the 2 tiers that you hit.
Yeah.
And then freeze the other one, the higher tier.
Yeah.
And then you sell the following turn. You sell the one that you just bought.
Yeah.
To put it onto the higher tier one, so now it's got double the ones. Then you buy that
one.
Yes. Then you start selling that one, and you just rinse and repeat.
Yes, but like since it always hits 2, you're also just getting random 400 million that you don't have to sell. Yeah, like as well. So you just get a ton of stats if you play it correctly.
At some point, but like, how many blood gems do you think you're gonna have? Like,
you just stack one at the beginning, and then once it's relevant, you start doing this. Like you don't have to do it immediately.
This has potential to be crazy, but also like if your blood gems are 1/1 and you don't have a way to generate.
Yeah, if your blood gems are 1/1, we're not doing this. Like, I guess you have to know at the beginning, right? Because it's a lesser trinket, but
yeah, it's turn 6.
I mean, okay, but this is a trinket that can win you the game. So to me, it seems valuable. So
yeah.
So
completely changes the way you play the rest of the game, though. Like,
it does, but that's life sometimes. All right, next up we have the greater trinkets, the old ones. They're keeping Jar of Gems, which is this is why I was like, I'm glad Tough Tuss is gone, because with Jar of Gems it was crazy.
I'll be honest, the other ones I don't care about that much. Like Blood Golem sticker is okay. Sometimes good.
Yeah. Low-Rock Scroll was sometimes good too, but it doesn't have Blood Gem synergy was like the issue, but it was really good tempo to just get 5/5 every time you play a Blood Gem, right? You go from 1/1 to 5/5. It's kind of
cool. Also with Nagas, then it's decent too.
Yeah. So I mean, removing Tough Tuss makes Jar of Gems more acceptable.
But, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, you get a Bristle block, and now it's all friendlies instead of all Quilboars. But in a lot of cases, all friendlies was already all Quilboars. So
yeah, with the exception of like maybe Titus.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you played Bristle with Titus. Jerkari, maybe. I mean, I think in Bristle block comps you just had like a taunted mech horse or something. Like that was a lot of times what was going on.
Yeah, but Bristleblock comps are different now, right? Because you don't have the 2-drop Divine Shield reset.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean it's just a Bristleblock. Maybe it's good. Agam, is Agam in the game?
No.
So just 4 blood gems on a friendly minion each side.
How do you play this?
It's end of turn, so it's Jakari plus 8 gems on the friendly minion. If you can scale your gems to like 10/10, that's like 80/80 on every friendly. If you have like cleaves and stuff, it could be good.
Yeah, but all the other things are just Quilboar related, right? Like all the cards they put.
Yeah. It seems weird. It doesn't seem like it fits, right? There's no Agam in the game, so you're not really leaning into this, but maybe it could work. I'm not that's sold on it though. But get me out of here.
Honestly, yeah. That's a really cute picture. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's another Sunbacon with the goggles. Play 4 blood gems on all your minions, but start a combat. So.
So this is essentially play 8 if you have the 4-drop that doubles the stats, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, there's a world where 8 blood gems is actually a lot of stats.
Yeah, I'm just. A lot of these are so tempo heavy. Like,
I don't love it, but I also haven't really loved a lot of the trinkets for both.
Sure. At the end of each turn, give your leftmost minion 1/1. After you cast a spell, improve this.
Did it break? I'm still seeing the Hogwash Basin.
Mine is Charming Panpipes. You don't see that?
Oh, no, it's good. No, it's
okay. I guess you consider playing this if Nagas are also in.
So it gains 1/1 for every single spell?
Every single spell, it seems, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're a high roller, this can go crazy, yeah.
Like, this could conceivably be like 200 at the end of each turn, right?
It could be, yeah. You'd have to be playing the game, though. Do you do that? But yeah, this could be a lot. I think if Nagas are in, it gets a lot easier.
Honestly, this feels more like a Naga trinket than it does a Quilboar trinket.
Yeah, I agree with that. It might also be in Nagas. We haven't seen Nagas yet.
Right.
Speaking of Nagas.
That's interesting.
Speaking of Nagas, we're right into Nagas, so.
Okay, so how do you feel about Quilboar as a whole then?
They're nerfed, which I'm happy about. It looks like taking out some of the combos. It does feel very tempo oriented though. Like and that some of the trinkets are a little bit iffy. Like it feels like it could be hit or miss, I guess, in your game. Like you don't know if they're gonna be.
But yeah, I think personally for me, like the Quilboar trinkets have always been bad. Like as a whole, like compared to some of the other ones.
Really, Jar Gems has always been like maybe even the best trinket.
But that's been like the trinket, right? Like
yeah.
If you don't hit Jar Gems for Quilboar, like you're just sad.
Yeah, but you know, if you do, you win the game. So it's kind of like it's hard to say, oh, that's Coboard trinkets are bad, except the couple that just win you the game. Like, yeah. So.
Yep.
Solar Sphere is gone. This is gone again. Solar Sphere is gone again. You just kill it off.
I don't know what to do about it this end, Solar Sphere.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't really care too much about these cards.
Fair enough. Alright, new minions. We have Wary Mage. Give a minion 2/2 for the Naga. Also get Reborn. Yeah. Any Death Rattle Nagas doesn't matter. I guess we'll have to see if there's a new Death Rattle Naga.
I mean, just as a standalone minion without knowing what else is coming, it's pretty meh.
Here's the Death Rattle Naga.
One.
Get 2 random spellcraft spells.
Sure. So as a combo, that's a pretty good combo to have.
Yeah, you get 4 spellcraft spells. The spellcrafts historically get very good once you go higher in tier, so.
Yeah.
Especially if like Well-Wisher's still and stuff like that, so.
Right. But Tavern 3, you're mostly looking for coin.
Yeah, I didn't remove coin, right? Nope, it's okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. Your Tavern spells that grant stats grant an extra 1 attack this game. It's a spellcraft that triggers every turn.
Okay.
Could be good.
I mean, it's free, right? It's a 5/6, which isn't even that bad of a stat line.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that this could be busted because I'm still not really sure how all this like Tavern spell plus attack plus health thing is going to tie in. But just as a free card every turn on a decent stat line anyway, and it's a spellcraft, so like there's going to be other spellcraft synergies. Like, seems fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen this one actually, right? The shiny ring one.
Yeah.
And the dragon one, yeah. Still good. Still one of the better cards I've seen, honestly. So.
Yeah, it seems like one of the ways that you tie in the buffed spells for sure.
Get a Shifting Tide. Do you remember what this is?
No.
No, lovely. All right, I can look and see if I can remember what Shifting Tide is. But keep that in mind. We'll go to the next one. Yeah, you want to talk about this card? Oh! I see it. I see it. Shifting Tide is here. Okay, it's not a new card.
Oh, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. I know. Well, I was just like, what is Shifting Tide? Okay. So we can talk about it now.
Give a minion 3/3 if it's a Naga given. So it's give a minion 6/6, and it's a tavern spell.
Yeah. So it's also a tier 4 tavern spell.
So it does get buffed by all the plus health. Plus
it double dips right on the buffs, right? So if you buff 1/1, you'll buff 4/4 into 4/4, right? So
right.
I guess that's the payoff.
Okay.
It's Death Rattle, so you got a return. Could be good with Titus, yeah.
Significant amounts of them.
Yeah. Could be good. Yeah. Okay, I can see it.
At the end of your turn, cast Natural Blessing
on the minion to the left of this.
Okay. So Naga's really pushing for buffing the tavern spells.
Tavern spells, yeah. Yeah, it seems like they had a oh, this is new. This is a new way of playing the game. Let's really push the archetype. But out of the new cards, the this is the only one that buffs the tavern spells intrinsically.
Right, but there's a lot of that's mostly neutrals though, right?
Yeah, the neutrals do it too. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I feel like all the neutrals are just completely based around buffing tavern spells.
Okay, then we have the old trinkets. Nothing really crazy here.
Replica Cathedral maybe
could be a lot better. Yeah,
spells,
I agree with that. After you cast 6 spells, get a random tavern spell.
Yeah, I'm good. Think so.
6 is a lot, and random tavern spells usually bad, but maybe.
Yeah.
6 is a lot, I guess, is the issue. Yeah.
6 is a lot. Yeah. Spellcraft.
Get 3 random spellcrafts. Let's start return. Get 3 more. Maybe. I would like it if your hand was full, you'd still get them. Like kind of like
how at the start of the turn if you have spellcraft on board.
Yeah, it waits for you, but usually these don't wait, which I don't like, so that's my issue.
I mean, isn't this just a worse Rusty Trident?
No, because the issue with Rusty Trident does is once again, sometimes we just don't fight. Like this is I always deal with this. Sometimes you just don't fight, and then it's just like this gave me nothing. That's why I don't like any of those like avenge stuff and stuff. Is like you just don't fight sometimes, and it's just useless. And then you complain about it too. I'm just like I'm keeping that in my notes.
You'd rather take this than Rusty Trident?
I think so. Yeah. Start of combat. Give your Nagas 1 health. Proves by every 4 spells you've casted. It's like this seems quite bad.
I'm really not a fan of the in combat buffing non.
Stuff. I agree with that. Get a wary mage. Like to be fair, it's like kind of permanent because you always have this, right? So it's not like you're gonna lose it, but it's still like like so I can kind of see it, but not impressed. Maybe it's better than like we think.
Well, hang on. What the heck? So Weary Mage is the give it 2/2 and reborn, right?
Let's just check. Yeah, I guess you get the combo. Okay, you got both of these basically.
Okay.
And then
I mean,
your Weary Mage spellcrafts are permanent.
So basically, you can give all of your Nagas reborn.
Reborn, yeah, basically, and a little bit of stats, 2/2 stats, I guess.
I mean, honestly, that's not bad, right? Because, like, say you get the 5-drop Naga Dragon, you get multiple shiny rings because of the reborn.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I can see it. It reminds me of the demon combo, right? Where you're paying 6 for the
Wrathweaver.
Yeah, Wrathweaver. And this is better, I think. So
this is way better. Yeah. This is way better.
Yeah. and we would buy that like
yeah,
a disappointingly large amount of time.
Yeah, no, if those two cards were in the shop together, like on turn 6, I would spend 6 gold on them.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
Okay.
yeah, okay, sure.
Your tavern offers an extra tavern spell. The first one you buy each turn costs 1 less. The first one you buy each turn costs 1 less is the only reason why this is like salvageable.
Yeah. It breaks even in 2 turns, right?
Yeah.
But it's compared to the last trinket, this seems pretty bad.
Yeah. All right, Spite Skill's still in.
Okay.
And then, people did not like Postcard. I always had comments like, "Oh, Postcard is so bad." Da, 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 da. And I think Postcard is playable. The problem is it requires so much APM. Like that's like the only downside. Because sometimes you get this, and and maybe Enduros is better, but sometimes you get this, and it would give you like, "Oh, here's three gold of worth of content now," and you have like 10 seconds left, and this happens so often, and you're just like, I'm running out of time. So that was like my main issue. Like you have to be on point, but it actually is like quite good. But I can see how people like struggle with it because you have to, first of all, you have to be forcing Nagas, and then you have to be aware of like, every single Naga could open up so many more options. So I just want to throw that in there here. But
I genuinely don't even remember Postcard, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, it wasn't that popular, so I can see you playing the Trinket meta without even picking it.
Did Shaker Portrait always give 2 extra copies?
Yeah, because Zesty regularly gives 1 copy, right? So it just gives you
okay,
gives you an extra copy of a copy. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Hello, I might. Oh, this is a greater trinket.
Yeah.
All right, we're not talking anymore. I should sit back down. As a lesser trinket, now we're talking. Greater trinkets, you sit your butt down. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm good on the turn 9 permanent spell trap for that.
Yeah.
We saw this one already. It ended up being it was a Quilboar.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Okay. Okay. So the lesser one is health, and the greater one is attack.
Yeah.
Funny. I think the lesser one's better.
Should be the other way around.
Yeah. That's all of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot of Naga changes.
Well,
for trinkets, I guess.
Yeah, for trinkets, yeah. I would say Naga seems more fun, if nothing else.
What how am I beating people with Nagas, right? If Athissa Slither Spear's gone. So I play Shiny Ring, right?
You're playing so many buffs.
I'm playing Shiny Ring over and over, and like that's my win condition. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting permanent board scaling.
Yeah, you can go back to the line under the pirates and the elementals.
You know what? I'm gonna say this has a chance to be hidden OP.
It does. I agree with that statement. It has a chance to be good.
Here's what I will say. This is either going to be absolutely trash or it's going to be broken. I don't think it's going to be anything in between.
And that's just due to the nature of like generating like shiny rings and stuff like that with scaling attack, tavern spell buffing, right? If you can make it like 10-10 every time you get a shiny ring, that could go.
And you can get like 4 shiny rings per turn.
Yeah.
You literally play like one whatever the 2/2 is that buffs all minions of the tribe, and now all of a sudden that's an extra like 20/20.
Yeah, 20/20. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I guess you'll go into 3rd place then. You'll have a position. I'll give it to you. Sure.
Yeah, terrible or broken. It's going to be one of the 2.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah. I do say like I'm glad they nerfed Quilboar. Like I think it's time for another tribe to step up besides Quilboar. I do think it's still playable. Obviously, Mobster's still in. You still have Foodie. You still have passes. Like
Pokey. Yeah.
It is definitely still playable, but definitely could not be the ridiculous powerhouse that it used to be.
There's still going to be like Portal Trinket, and then you find a thing, and you just cycle that.
150.
Yeah, 150, and then you're just like, that's it, I'm done. Like we win anyways. Like,
yeah,
and they still have like the tier 7. You know,
it still needs to be playable.
Right. Sure.
And it is playable. I think it's just not like, oh, we're playing Quilboar, so we win.
Yeah, I'm down with it not being playable for a season or two, but yeah, it's fair. Understandable. All right. That's those are the Quilboar reveals, and those are the Naga reveals. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.